Hello, everyone. Good morning. So, I'd like to welcome you all. I'd like to say hello to our audience, people who are listening to us. Today's a very special day. You know why? Today is our first episode of the program Bilingual Talks podcast. And of course, this is going to be the first one of many we're going to have all this year long. And today we're going to have two special guests, and their names are Nicholas and Rafael. Hey Nick, can you say hello to your audience, please?
Hi, I'm Nicholas, and I've been learning how to speak English ever since I was 6 years old.
Really? Great. What about you, Rafa?
Hello everybody, my name is Rafael Dick, and I actually did start in 2020 by a program that my old school was doing. That was, I think, Pro English was the name, and I was a very okay student.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Very nice. Okay.
very nice.
So it's pretty nice to meet you guys, to have you here, to share your experiences with this amazing journey to learn a second language. And this is exactly what this podcast is going to be about, okay? We're going to tell people who are watching and listening to us and share the experiences you guys had studying in a bilingual program school. This is very important to set and tell our audience and people who are watching us that we're not a bilingual school, okay? So we are a bilingual program school. We are a school that has a bilingual program. That the first and the main goal is to help students to learn English as a second language, okay? Well, I'd like to ask you a few questions, guys, because as you told us, you've been studying here for a couple of years. I remember Nicholas has been studying at Omega for more than 5 years.
Yeah, it's been 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
And Rafa joined us about 2 years ago, Rafa?
Yeah, in 7th grade.
7th grade. Okay, so now they're both in the 9th grade. Rafa has been studying here for about 2 years, and Nicholas has been studying with us for about 8 years. Okay, such a great time, right? And that's we all want to know from you guys. Let me ask you a questions about your experiences in this bilingual program. Nicholas, what was the first impression when you started studying in a bilingual program? What did you expect that you were going to learn? If you really thought you were going to make progress, can you share, please?
Well, initially I expected to just like follow the way that I've already been learning English, because as I already said, I've been learning how to speak English for way longer.
Okay.
So when I heard that you guys were starting a bilingual program, I was just thinking maybe it might improve a bit my skill.
Okay, so you would improve some of your communicative skills, and this was going to bring a lot of benefits for your English learning acquisition process, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Nicholas. Rafa, what about you? Can you remember a moment when you realized that your English was really improving? Do you remember any specific moment?
Well, any specific moment exactly was when I started voicing those memes you see on the internet. And then those people that don't know English and they talk very glitchy and weird. So, not an offense, but just saying. I discovered that I was improving when I noticed that I wasn't getting any struggles. I was
Really?
just
You were
flowing.
really comprehending what they were saying. You were able to listen and understand everything they were saying. At least the main idea, right?
Yes, I did.
Great. Perfect. Okay, now let's talk about challenges, right? Nicholas, what was the biggest challenge you faced while learning English, and how did you overcome it, right?
To me, and it was in the very beginning, because when I started learning English, I started by playing online games. Most of the games I played online were mostly English, so I couldn't really communicate very well.
Okay.
So in order to try and solve that, I always had a tab with Google Translate open on the
Really?
side in my computer,
Okay.
and every time they sent a message, I would just translate it. And over time, I just ended up learning those words, and now I can
Okay.
just use them.
Perfect. Okay, so guys, Nicholas is saying something very interesting because he's a game playing fan. You know, he really enjoys playing video game, and he used to play a lot of. He still plays a lot of online games. Okay, so he likes playing some games that other people are playing at the same time in different parts of the world. And when he was beginning this journey, he said that he felt very uncomfortable when he had to communicate with these people. And he used to have a tablet and go to Google Translator, and he used to translate everything people were telling him. And that was the first biggest challenge you had, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you overcame it. And then you really realized English was going to make part of your life from that time on. Okay, Nick. So nice to hear that. Rafa, do you really think learning English in a bilingual program school was different from a regular school, like regular English learning?
I mean, I haven't got into an English course. The only thing that was near that was this program they do in my old school. That was actually just extra classes after the scheduled time.
Okay.
So yeah, I think there will probably be a difference between because it probably like it's more time to do it because well probably a course it's like only on Wednesdays and Thursdays. But in school, in school you have those things, but you can just, it's common.
Yeah, and there's something else that makes a big difference. By studying English in a bilingual program school, as you said, you have longer time, okay? You have much more studying, okay? As you said, in an English course or in a regular English learning school, you guys usually have about 1 or 2 classes per week. In a bilingual program, you have 4 classes on. For example, we usually have 4 classes per week, and all the classes are focused on getting and learning communicative skills. Okay, very focused on the ability to establish communication with each other. And as you noticed, the teacher, he always provokes you in the second language. You know, they always request that you guys communicate in English with them, and that's something that actually makes a big difference by studying in a regular English teaching school in a bilingual program school. Okay, now Nicholas, let's talk about the impacts of learning English in your personal life and as well as in your academic life, right? How has English helped you in other subjects at school, for example?
Well, in other subjects, well, it honestly depends because most school subjects don't really ask for English usage. The most it really did help me is with stuff like abbreviations and stuff because most of them are actually phrases in English.
Great.
So
Okay, very good. All right. So we're just gonna check it out. By the way, we're gonna have a few other guests here. Okay, we have other visitors. We invited a few other students from the 11th grade. They would join us in a few minutes. But I'd like to ask you, Rafa, your last question. Let's looking at the future. Okay, let's focus on your future. Do you think knowing English will open doors for your future career?
Of course, probably my time because I will be a programmer and also a voice actor, so it's gonna
Really?
probably require. Probably not. Of course, it will
It will
require.
absolutely.
Yeah, it will require me to
Demands.
know English. So yeah, I train a lot
Really?
with video games and videos and a lot of
Okay,
things.
so you really intend to follow an IT career as a
Yes.
computer programmer
Yes.
developer, okay, something that it's really related to technology.
Yes.
And of course, English is gonna give you a lot of contributions, and it's gonna help you to perform your job. Well, just to finish, I'd like to congratulate you guys first. I'm very proud of having you both as students in our school. And I'm totally sure that many people who are watching us are very impressed by the fluence, how natural you guys can communicate in English, okay? I'd like to propose a challenge, just to finish, right? I'm gonna tell you a word, and you guys have to share what comes to your mind, okay? By using this word. Nicholas, if I use the word opportunities.
Dreams.
Dreams. Yeah? So, but what actually dreams have to do with opportunities?
As I get more, I've been as I get more and more opportunities over time, I get more chances in order to actually reach my life dreams.
To make your dreams actually come true.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Rafa, what about confidence? What does this word remind you?
Reminds me of basically my life, of course, because I'm a very confident person. Like it requires a lot of confidence to be in this podcast in the first place.
Yeah, sure.
And mostly for the entire of the Olympics, I had much confidence.
Yeah.
Ever since I started, I had a lot of confidence that I was gonna win.
Yeah, there's something else we can't forget and share with our audience. That Rafa was the champion of last year English Olympic Games, okay? So this is one of the reasons why you were invited, our champion, 2024 champion. Guys, thank you so much, okay, for joining us, because now I'm going to invite our other guests from 11th grade. See you soon. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I should thank you first, sir, for actually inviting us here. Like, I'm very proud of myself to be in this place. And I really liked it.
Thank you.
This experience.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. See you. Okay, everyone. Now I'd like to invite here students from 11th grade. Okay, there are 3 students from 11th grade, Miss Stella, Natiele, and Maria Clara. Okay, join us. You can leave, guys. Thank you so much for coming, right? Come on, girls. Join us.